Good morning one and all. Myself Bhavani from Civil Department. Today we are going to discuss about endogenous hazard, that is module 3, and what is there in module 3 is you can see here. This is the syllabus of module 3. In this one we are going to study on volcanoes and also earthquakes here, because endogenous hazard nothing but internally means internally of the earth what is going to happen, means what are the disasters that is going to happen, that is called as the endogenous hazard here. So likewise in that endogenous hazards we are having means internal of the earth, means in the system, in the earth what are the disasters are going to happen is volcanoes, landslides and also earthquakes. Okay, this is the syllabus. In this one first we are going to study about the volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, landslides, and also in detail about the volcanic eruptions, what are the disasters, what are the causes, distribution of volcanoes, hazardous effects of volcanoes, volcanic eruptions, environmental impact of volcanic eruptions, and also earthquake hazards and disasters, and also causes of the earthquakes and distribution of earthquakes, hazardous effects of earthquakes, earthquake hazards in India, human adjustment to that earthquake, how we are going to adjust to that when any disaster means earthquake, when any earthquake is going to happen, how human can adjust their daily life. And last one is perception and mitigation of earthquakes here. In this one, firstly I am going to tell you in detail about earthquakes here. Already in the last classes we already studied about these volcanoes and also earthquakes. In this one, in this module 3, here endogenous hazards nothing but volcanoes, earthquakes and also landslides. Okay, in this earthquakes in detail means each and every point, means what is the measurement, what are the causes, how these earthquakes can happen, what are the types, everything we are going to study in this module 3. Okay, coming to the first topic, that is what is meant by endogenous hazard means it is nothing but the risk that originate from the within the system, means within the earth. Within the earth what are the disasters that are going to happen, that is called as the endogenous hazard. And whether it may be organization or any environment, that is opposite to the exogenous hazard which comes from the external sources. And in this one, external sources nothing but within the earth. Within the earth what are the disasters or hazards that are going to happen, likewise we are going to study here. And here in this one, these hazards can occur in various contexts such as geology, business and also health. This endogenous, it can be occurred due to this geology also or due to health effects also that are going to happen. And what are the main examples of this endogenous hazard is volcanoes, earthquakes and also landslides. Already these three we already studied, and in this chapter, in this module 3, we are going to study in detail, means each and every point we are going to study, because those are nothing but the endogenous hazards here. And first one, that is earthquake. What is meant by this earthquake means it is nothing but the shaking of the surface of the earth that can be resulting from the sudden release of energy in the lithosphere, means earth, stratosphere, lithosphere will be there. Na? In that one, in the lithosphere of the earth, these earthquakes can, when this earthquakes is going to occur means these from the lithosphere sudden energy will get released. That energy automatically that create the seismic waves here. Firstly, these earthquakes are very, means size will be very less, means starting stage earthquakes can be, means very low it can start, but after some time it will change its drastic size also. Why? Because at the, means some normal earthquakes is going to happen, means which having the less magnitude, nothing but 3, 4 Likewise, that earthquake magnitude means we can easily, it will be okay for the humans. Why? Because that cannot be very violent enough. Means if that is violent enough means that magnitude should be above 7. Above 7, earthquake magnitude will be very heavy at that time. According to the magnitude, we can easily predict what type of earthquake is coming also. And for this earthquake prediction also, we are having so many instruments or so many means methods to just imagine, imagine what type of earthquake is going to happen according to the magnitude of the earthquake here. Normally, 3 to 4 earthquake is normal earthquake. Means so much damage will not be there at that time. Means just shaking of the earth will be there. Means if magnitude above the 7 it occurs means there will be so much drastic effect to the environment and also to the ecosystem there. It may be humans or it may be plants, animals, everything they are going to die at that time. Why? Because at that magnitude we can't sustain ourselves from this. So we are going to be very careful when these earthquakes are going to be occur. And in this one, when is from the lithosphere, sudden energy will get released. That is nothing but the seismic waves. Firstly, when any earthquake is occurred means those are very weak and they cannot be felt also. So that's why we cannot we cannot fear for that earthquakes also. And it may be violent enough to the people around and also to the, it will automatically destroy the whole cities. In the initial stage only means we have to be very careful and we have to get to the safe place at that time. And mainly these seismic activity at any area that refers to the frequency, type and also size of the earthquakes. Only these earthquakes can be predicted due to the magnitude level and also the frequency and also type, size when experienced over the period of time. These earthquakes can automatically, this occurs up to some days also or some hours also or some minutes also. Within fraction of seconds also it can occur, these earthquakes. Means in some of the areas only earth will be just shaken. That's it. But in some areas it will automatically just within fraction of minutes or fraction of seconds only it will destroy whole area also. Okay. And mainly at the earth surface, these earthquakes will manifest themselves by shaking all, by the displacement of this ground also. Why? Because when this epicenter of the epicenter that will present that will locate nearer to the offshore means these seed may be displaced sufficiently to cause the tsunami also. If these earthquakes occur nearer to the seashore means automatically this earthquake will lead to the tsunamis also. If tsunami and earthquake two occurred at the same time means it will be a very drastic and violent disaster that is going to be happen. And in Japan they already faced so many these types of earthquakes also. So that's why those people, those Japan's people, they are very much aware how to save themselves from these disasters also. And mainly why do these earthquakes are going to happen? And why this going to be happen means it is mainly occurred sudden. It is occurred suddenly. Means we cannot predict at this time earthquake is going to be occurred like that. And also these earthquake centers will be there. Means meteorological department they will just predict before the some minutes also they can predict this one. If they predict before only, they just alert the people those are living nearer to that area also, nearer to that region also. And due to this earthquake, it is occurred mainly due to the sudden release of energy in the earth crust. This will mainly create the seismic waves here. And in this one, this sudden release of energy is typically caused by the several geological conditions or geological processes here. And what are these geological conditions means? Coming to the first one, that is tectonic plate movements. And what is meant by this tectonic plates means mainly our earth crust. Overall earth crust is divided into some large pieces, very large pieces. This earth crust is going to be divided. That is called as the tectonic plates. We are called it as plates of the earth crust. Those plates are called as the tectonic plates. And mainly these plates are in constant motion, means it is a constant motion only. Mainly these are driven by the forces such as mantle convention or slab pull, and also ridge push also. These are mainly constant plates only. If due to this slab pull, ridge push, they can just driven by forces also. These are the forces that will drive in the tectonic plates here. And when these type of tectonic plates that will just interact with the boundaries of the earth, means they are automatically slide between one to another, and at that time they will move apart also. That at that time only these earthquakes are due to this tectonic plate moments only. These earthquakes is going to be happen. Okay, and then when these plates are moving at that time, means that stress that build at that time, these boundaries are eventually be automatically released at that time. That is called as the earthquake. When these tectonic plates are moving, means at that time only there will be some stress developed at that time. That is the main cause of this earthquakes here. Next one is, after tectonic plates movements, what are the causes of these earthquakes is fault lines. And here what is meant by this fault line means it is nothing but the fractures that are present in the earth crust, means where the rocks will be present on either side that will automatically move at that time. When in this earth crust, tectonic plates will be present, and also this is the earth crust. And overall in this crust, those are going to be these faults, tectonic plates are going to be formed at that time. Here you can see, this is the plate movement, tectonic plate movement. Like this, first these cracks are going to be occurred, and this according to this epicenter only, these seismic waves are going to be happen. Here you can see these seismic waves. At that time only there will be seismic waves that are going to be applied at that time. Due to this plate movement only, these earthquakes are going to be happen at that time. And in this fault lines also, when any stress, means due to these rocks on the, when rocks are present in the earth crust, they will move past one another. At that time, when any stress is applied at this fault line also, that will automatically increase its friction, and this friction will hold the rocks together, and this holding the rocks together only, this can cause the sudden movement. That sudden movement only, that type of energy that are going to be formed this earthquake. This type of moment, it may be vertical, horizontal, or in oblique motion also. We cannot predict in this horizontal direction this earthquake is going to occur, or in vertical direction it is going to be occur. We can't predict that one. It is based on that fault line, and also plate moments also it is going to be depend. Next one is volcanic activity. When these earthquakes are occurred in this volcanic region, means why this volcanoes is going to be occurred, means when any movement that will be present on the earthquake, and in this volcanoes magma will be there, and due to this movement of the magma that is present beneath the earth surface. Why? Because these volcanoes are, when these are going to be formed, means when the earth surface will heated up, at that time these volcanoes are going to be occur, and due to the movement of this magma beneath the, means below of the earth surface only, these earthquakes also is going to be occurred. And from this the pressure from the rising magma that can also cause the seismic activity, that can lead the seismic waves. Initially these seismic activity is going to be formed, and automatically due to this seismic activity earthquakes are going to be formed. Due to volcanic activity also earthquakes are going to be formed here. Next one is human activities. Nothing but due to humans, how some of the earthquakes also are going to occur, and how these due to this human activities, how earthquakes are going to be occur means such as mining, reservoir induced seismicity. Why? Because if we are going to construct any dams means we are going to just dig out the overall earth surface at the means near the water surface. These dams can be constructed. At that time, what they will do means they will just dig the overall ground there. Means according to that area, they will dig the at the surface. And firstly, before constructing of this dam, they will just fill out these large reservoirs. When we are going to do that one means automatically ground surface will be shaken at that time. Due to the shaking of the earth surface also, earthquakes are going to be formed. And due to mining also, when so many areas means when this mining is done very far away from the people living areas means due to this mining also these earthquakes are going to be happen. And also geothermal energy extraction, when we are going to extract this geothermal energy also earthquakes are going to be happen. And also hydraulic fracturing, and when due to this hydraulic fracturing also these earthquakes are going to be happen. And automatically that can induce the earthquakes. These induce the earthquakes due to by altering the stress and also pressure in the earth crust here. Why? Because on the earth crust, if we are going to build any type of building or any type of construction, whether it may be hydraulic structure or whether it may be very so much very massive buildings also, we are going to dig the earth. When we are digging the earth crust also, these earthquakes are going to happen due to this stress and also pressure due to the machinery work. And coming to the next one, that is where do these earthquakes are going to be happen. Just now we learned about why these earthquakes are going to be occur, means due to what that are going to occur. Just now we studied that one. Next one is where do these earthquakes are happening, means at what area, at what region these are going to be occur. Here we are going to study here. And in this one, these earthquakes, these are occurred in specific areas of the earth crust here. Mainly where these tectonic plate moments will be there, at that place only these earthquakes can happen. And in these areas that are automatically typically along the means these tectonic plate boundaries also, these can occur within the plates, within that tectonic plates also these are going to be occurred. And mostly these earthquakes occur along the oceanic and also continental plates also. And what is meant by this oceanic and these continental plates is nothing but mainly our earth crust is made up of the several pieces here. And in this one, that earth crust is made up of several plates, that is called as the, whether it may be tectonic plates or some other oceanic plates or some other will be continental plates also. And plates which are present under the ocean that are called as the oceanic plates here. And rest will be automatically continental plates here. And when these plates, when these oceanic plates or when these continental plates that will move around the deeper side of the earth, means where this mantle core will be there. Why? Because our earth is divided into some types, and this mantle place will be very deep into the earth crust. When any movement occur at this mantle space, why? Because this mantle, it is very much deep into the earth crust. At that deep area also these movements are going to be occur, means from that one also earthquakes are going to be happen. And these are very underneath to the earth crust here. There these earthquakes are going to be happen, means at the mantle area these are going to be happen here. And when these oceanic plates or continental plates, when they are moving, they will be automatically bump into each other. That's why these after bumping into each other, they will pull away from the another means other plate to another plate. At that time only these earthquakes are occur, where these two plates are running into each other or sliding into each other. At that time only these earthquakes are happening. At that region, at mantle region, these earthquakes are going to be happen. And here, and how these means at what place these are going to be occur means here you can see first one, that is focus, and where this focus point will be there means it will be present on the fault area where the rupture between plates are going to be occur. Means when these oceanic plates or continental plates, when they bump into each other, they will rupture. Means rupture is going to be happen when they bump into each other, these two plates. At that time, there only, at that location only, these seismic waves will get released. That point is called as the focus point. Means at that focus point only, earthquake is going to be started. Okay, that is a beginning point of the earthquake. Coming to the next one, that is epicenter. And where this epicenter will be there means it is present, that is the point that will be present on the earth surface. Means that is only above the focus point. Means if this is your focus point means above that one only epicenter point will be there. Okay, and if focus is your starting point, this will be your starting point. At this starting point only this earthquake will be get started. And next is epicenter. This epicenter is nothing but the point that is present on the earth surface, only above to the focus point here. And these, at that point only these earthquake or underground explosions that get started here. And here in this epicenter only, this is the beginning point. And these earthquakes, if any explosives are going to be started, or we are going to do any explosions also, at this epicenter point only we are going to start that one, any explosives, or if any earthquake is going to be occur means this in this epicenter point only it is going to be occur. And next one is fault line. In this fault line, it is nothing but the trace point of the fault, surface trace of the fault point. It is nothing but the interaction between the earth surface. Interaction between the earth surface, that is called as the fault line. Here you can see, if this is your overall, means if this is your overall earth point, earth crust means here at this focus point, here you can see this white dot. This white dot is the just starting point of the earthquake. And after this focus point only, above will be this epicenter where this earthquake is going to be started. Okay, and at that time only there will be plate movement will be there, and these due to this plate movement also seismic waves are going to be occur. When any earthquake is going to be occur means here like this, it will occur within fraction of seconds or within fraction of minutes only. Overall our land will be look like this. And for a simple example I'm going to tell you, if we throw any stone into the pond means automatically there will be waves are produced on the water surface. Means just if I'm going to throw any stone into the water means automatically some waves are going to be produced on the surface of the water. And what will happen? Those waves that will spread in all the directions from that point. If this is your pond means, if I'm going to throw any stone means automatically this like waves like it will going to happen, and it will spread to all the directions from that point. From this point it will spread to the all the directions, and where this stone strikes the water. So likewise our earthquake is also going to be happen. Means this is your focus point. When at this focus point earthquake is started means it will just spread out to the all direction, whether it may be oblique point or whether it may be in the horizontal direction or whether it may be vertical direction. It will just vibrations are going to be occurred in all the directions, and disturbances will going to be occurred in all the horizontal, vertical, oblique directions. These are going to be occurred. And next one is which region these earthquakes are going to happen. Means at what region or at what area these earthquakes are going to be occurred. Means first one, that is Pacific Ring of Fire, and it is very most active region in the world. Most active region in the world, nothing but the Japan. This Pacific Ring of Fire, it is just it will be present in the Japan. That Japan area will be called as the Pacific Ring of Fire also. Means due to this Pacific Ocean, nearer to the Pacific Ocean countries, these earthquakes can happen in that areas. It is one of the most seismically active region in the world, which encircling the Pacific Ocean area. Mainly, it is characterized by the frequent earthquakes and also volcanic eruptions, due to what means numerous convergent and also transform plate boundaries. And nearer to this Pacific Ocean, there will be frequent earthquakes are going to happen and volcanic eruptions are going to happen. Why? Because there will be so much transformation of this plate boundaries here. Next one is Himalayan region. In this Himalayan region, there is nothing but the collision between the Indian plate and also the Eurasian plate, and that will automatically lead to major earthquakes in the countries like India, Pakistan and also Nepal also. When compared with this Pacific Ring of Fire, in our in these countries, there will be somewhat decrease in the earthquakes there. And next one is Mediterranean Asian seismic belt, and this region is mainly extended from the Mediterranean Sea. Why? Because in this Mediterranean, due to this nearer to this Mediterranean Sea region countries also, these earthquakes are going to happen. This will mainly extend from the Mediterranean through the Asian area, and it is also one of the major earthquake zones due to its complex place interactions. Next one is Mid-Atlantic Ridge here, and in this one Mid-Atlantic region, Atlantic Ridge, it is nothing but the running down of the center of the Atlantic Ocean here. Why? Because nearer to the Atlantic Ocean, those countries who are present nearer that ocean also, these earthquakes are going to happen. And there will be, when compared with all the region, this Mediterranean and also Pacific Ring of Fire and also this Himalayan region also, when compared with all these regions, this Mid-Atlantic Ridge will be having very less intense earthquakes here. Why? Because there will be divergent boundary. There is nothing but the site with the frequent earthquakes will be there, but less intense earthquakes are going to be occurred in that area nearer to this Atlantic Ocean area. Very less intense or earthquakes are going to be happen here. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you everyone. These are the references book. You can also refer these books. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.